Are you taking the train?
Found you.
Wow, seriously? You'll take the Chocobo off my hands? What a relief. I found him stuck inside one of the luggage carts. I read every regulation, but there wasn't a single mention of Chocobo chicks. But now I can report in the logbook that the lost animal was claimed by its owner. Case closed. Go on, he's all yours.
That's 4 of them. Only 2 to go.
You brought me some seeds, So be it. You're a lifesaver. Here. Every grade A seed hunter deserves some sort of bonus for their work.
So, we meet again, Savior.
Not by choice.
Oh, excuse me. I had no idea. You are so subtle. Just one hint, though. Go see that Chocobo chick. She asked you to save Saz, didn't she? It's no wonder. She can't help worrying about him.
So, how do they know each other?
Oh, and here I just assumed you knew. Well, I guess you'll understand when you get all the soul fragments. Didn't she tell you that she'd run straight to Saz's place when that happens?
I can win with a single blow. Aha!
This little fella is lost? You don't say. Well, if you have to take him back to his friends, it can't be helped. I'm gonna miss him, though.
That's 5 chicks. You only need 1 more.
There you are.
Ah, good, good. I was hoping the owner would turn up. He was a hungry stray, so I've been looking after him and feeding him. But he's all yours now.
That's it, number 6. You should take the chicks back to where Primrose is waiting. She should be in the Augur's quarter.
I've got some good news for you. I found all of your missing friends.
You have? And all 6 of them? They're safe and sound? Thank you. What a kind human you are. Look, can you see? My friends are saying thank you as well.
You're welcome.
When the first chaos swept us away, I didn't know what to do, so I prayed. I prayed for someone to help me, and that I wouldn't be taken away from my friends.
Don't lose them again.
Oh, I won't, I can promise you that. We're never gonna let that happen again. And now it's time for me to return to my normal form. Thank you, Savior.
Did she really just turn back into a Chocobo? How did she do it? Light, do you know what happened here?
Beats me. I'm just as surprised about this as you are. Maybe the person we talked to was just an illusion, created by this little one's desire to be with her friends again.
Go ahead and...
Oh, it's you again. Thank you for taking such an interest in my friend's story.
Who wouldn't? A young reporter driven by a passion for truth pursues a major case of corruption, ultimately driving an innocent woman to commit suicide. But the story's not over yet, is it? I'm curious, what happens next?
He was beyond distraught. Nothing could console him. He came to realize that the pen really was mightier than the sword. And he had used his sword to punish the wrong person. And then he... I can't continue like this. I just can't. I need to tell you the truth. He... or rather, I... thought death was the only form of penance.
I suspected you may be hiding something.
I apologize. I've been lying to you this entire time. I had no such friend. The reporter, the one who killed the innocent woman, that was me.
I had a feeling. The way you've been telling the story seems to be hitting a little too close to home.
The reporter in me died long ago. I handed in my letter of resignation immediately, of course. Along with my life as a writer, I buried my precious pen. The burial ground is now a storage area somewhere in Old Town. Underneath the dirt lies the tool of my trade, and a part of myself.
So why tell me this now? What's the point in dredging up the past? It can't be easy for you.
To tell you the truth, I don't really know. I guess I've been wanting to tell someone before it was too late. People need to know what happened. As a warning, if nothing else.
Too late? You're not thinking of...
No. I've been dead for a long time now. The day I quit my job is the day I quit being me. That's the day I quit living. You see, I'm as good as dead. I'm nothing more than an empty shell of a person. I want to thank you for listening to my story. You have no idea how much I appreciate you lending your ear. Now, I have no regrets.
It looks like one of those old-fashioned pens. It also looks like someone deliberately buried it here. I'll bet this belongs to Armand. It must be the pen he gave up when he quit writing. He's lost the will to live. But this may remind him of the passion he used to have. Or it could do the opposite and push him over the edge. I have something that might belong to you.
You found my pen. During my days as a reporter, I never went anywhere without it. It was a gift from one of my fans.
Doesn't this pen remind you of a time you wanted to help people? When you were still naive, but fiercely determined?
Yes, long ago, when I wanted justice for the world. But I realized my pen is a deadly weapon. My writing is lethal. I wasn't aware of my own powers. That's what drove an innocent woman to take her life. And that's why I quit my job as a reporter and threw away this pen. Do you know how it feels to have someone's death on your conscience? The only way to make this right was to quit what I love most.
So what did you fix?
Huh?
When you threw away your career and gave up on the world, quit on life, how did any of that help anyone? Did that make anything right? It was just an excuse for you to run and hide from your past.
Then what am I to do? Writing. It's the only thing I ever knew. But it never occurred to me that my passion could end up hurting those around me. My prized treasure turned out to be a weapon.
The pen can harm people, but it can also protect the public.
You think I should start writing again. I don't know if I could do that. Or should do that.
You should, if you truly want to make things right. You've learned something important, the power and influence your writing has. People grow by learning from their mistakes. It's impossible to forget what happened in the past, but use that knowledge and do what only you can do.
Do you really think I can? All right, I'll do it. Starting over will be tough, but I'll try. You've returned my pen to me, but what's more, you've given me hope again. Thank you. Thank you.
The train will leave soon.
Passengers wishing to travel to the city of Yusnan should board train.
Hey! What's happening over at Canopus Farms?
Mighty strange. Never heard of anything like that before.
You running off to Luxarian?
Ran off. More like it.
I'm detecting large infusions of chaos in the area. They're all over Canopus Farms.
Why would chaos suddenly appear across a single village like that? I have to check it out. Quoi?
Chocobocoli?
I've never seen a chaos infusion like this. Not only is it covering a large area, it's not losing any power.
Together, we can do this. Go easy on you. Keep up if you can. You can't read me. You're so eager to die. You're so eager to die. I can win with a single blow. Thanks for waiting. Going to change course. Be reborn. What's done is done. What is it?
It's the Chocobos, the ones I'm treating. They're inside the chaos. I've got to get them to safety.
Doctor, it's too late!
Did all the villagers make it out okay?
Yes, everyone is accounted for, except for the Chocobos. They were too slow.
I saw something in there. It was a Chocobo eater. If we don't get those Chocobos to safety fast, they'll be slain. Every last one of them.
You want to help your fellows, is that it? I didn't need to ask.
I've analyzed the chaos. The monster inside is too large to be a Chocobo. I can only assume that it's a Chocobo eater.
No one in these parts seems to know about the chaos infusions back at Canopus Farms.
Was good today.
Oh, it's all over for me.
Nadia, are you all right? What happened?
Que? Is that all you can say? Oh, darn. I guess it didn't work.
You were just pretending to be sick? Why would you do that?
Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story, but we're friends now, aren't we? I used to live in Yusnan, but I had a big falling out with my family, and I ran away from home. Back in the city, I was treated like a princess. I just had to snap my fingers to get whatever I wanted. But that's not real living, is it? I got tired of that life. I wanted to fend for myself, survive by my own skill.
But you didn't realize just how hard that would be.
I lasted 3 whole days before I collapsed in the woods, weak from thirst. And that's when this little guy came along just in time. He must have been injured too, because he was holding a Yule's flower in his beak. I thought to myself, I'm going to die, but at least I'll have this beautiful Chocobo to watch over me as I go. But then, something even more incredible and beautiful happened. The Chocobo spoke to me, as clear as I'm talking to you now. Hang in there, he said. You mustn't die. At first, all I could do was stare in shock. But then, his words began to sink in. I realized he was trying to save my life. Anyway, right after that, some villagers found me, and they nursed me back to health. But I'm sure that I wouldn't have been alive when they found me if it wasn't for my little Chocobo.
Ah, you owe him your life.
Crack.
So that's what your little play acting was about. You thought if you could convince the Chocobo that you were dying, he might start talking to you again, like he did the first time.
Yep. I was trying to recreate the scene just like it happened, with the Yule's flower in the beak and everything. And to be honest, I could do with a Chocobo giving me encouragement again. Life has been getting me down. I thought if I could hear the Chocobo talk again, he might cheer me up like the last time. I know it's stupid. Chocobos can't talk. Oh, I guess it was just in my head that first time.
It's all right. You'll find what you're looking for.
What?
Don't turn around. You're searching for meaning to your life, and you're going to find it. I know you will. In fact, maybe you already have, if you really, really think about it. Sometimes you lose your way. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall, but the path is always there in front of you. You just have to keep going.
Yes, you're right. It is there, and I do see it. Thank you.
Yes, what do you want?
I heard the Chocobo talk. You're going to find it. I know you will. Huh. That was a clever trick you pulled, young man.
Young man, I'm a girl.
You are? Sorry, I didn't realize.
Good grief, everyone's the same. No one ever looks at me. It's like when I helped Nadia. The first time, I mean. She saw the Chocobo, but she didn't see me on its back.
Aha. So that's what happened. It was you who spoke to her. She was half dead and delirious, so she thought it was the Chocobo.
She's read way too many fairy tale books. But I guess it was kind of good it happened that way. Thanks to that, she wanted to go on living. So you can't tell Nadia the truth, okay?
Okay, agreed. What you did was good, pretending to be a Chocobo and saying those things to her. She needed that. Wise words. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall, but the path is always there in front of you.
Huh? I didn't say anything like that. What does it even mean? I just told her it's all right, or something like that.
Wait, really? You didn't give a little speech?
No, weird. Maybe you both imagined it. Or maybe they can talk. Remember, it's our secret. Don't tell Nadia that it was me who was talking to her.
Thanks for I've only been in this village for a short time, and before that, I'd spent my whole life in the city. I haven't been able to help anyone. Just the opposite. I've been nothing but a burden. And so I lost a lot of my confidence.
But now that confidence is back, right?
Thanks to you, and the Chocobo.
Has the Chocobo talked again, since that time?
No, not a word. Why do you ask?
I was there, when it spoke the second time. I heard it just like you, and I still find it hard to believe.
I know. it still seems so incredible. Most people would just assume it's their imagination, or a trick.
But you believe it was the Chocobo.
You know, I don't think I care. Even if it was a trick, the words were the same, right? Whoever said them meant to help me. Talking Chocobo or not, that means someone is looking over me, and they care about me too. That much is true, if nothing else is. It took a little while to realize that, but once I did, I felt a lot better.
And, you know, it sounds like they were right, too. They said, you're searching for meaning to your life, and you're gonna find it. I know you will. Turned out they were right. And that much is true, too.
Oh, about Yule's flower. If you can't find any today, more will bloom tomorrow.
Four? You already found 4 soul fragments? Then that means there's just one more to go.
I'm hungry.
Oh! I figured it out, Kupo! I figured it out! I know who the white Chocobo is!
You too, huh? We both felt a connection to him, from the beginning. And that was because he was my Eidolon. Except, Odin is more than that. He's a friend.
When I realized it was Odin, my memories all came back, Kupo! Did you know that before I met you in Valhalla, I actually had a battle with Odin himself, Kupo?
You did?
Yes! He bounced me around Valhalla and spun me around so I didn't know which way was up. It hurt so much, I thought I was going to die, Kupo!
So did I, the first time I fought him. He's no easy foe for anyone, human or Moogle. It was a close battle. I needed Hope's help, but it was worth the risk. After that, he became one of my most faithful allies. I hope you two will become friends.
Oh... I'll try, Kupo. It's been too long, Kupo! Have you heard the talk about the Chocobo Eater, Kupo? Where did he come from all of a sudden? We Moogles are worried, Kupo. What if he attacks our village, Kupo? You can get delicious Silkus greens with a bit of work, Kupo.
Is that you? It is, isn't it? You're the Knight of Light. Perhaps you could help me where others could not.
That depends on what you want me to do. So who are you?
Perhaps you have heard of me and my work. I am the man who uses forbidden alchemy to create the ensorcelled machine.
Alchemists investigate the very essence of souls and life, the original natural philosophers. Alchemy is an ancient discipline with many rules and laws. And it pains me to confess I broke one of the most sacrosanct taboos of all.
Look, if it's forgiveness you're after, why don't you talk to the priests?
I seek redemption, but no priest can provide it. Behold, the fruits of my crime, the sorcery machine that I created.
That's your doing? That thing powered by chaos?
I had a feeling you'd understand. You could see its essence, can't you? Please, help me. Help us all. You have to destroy that thing. Already, countless brave warriors have lost their lives at its hands.
The killings are not gonna end until someone stops that thing. And it looks like that someone has to be me.
Thank you. You're my last hope. Although I built the accursed thing, I am powerless to stop it. It's grown far stronger than I ever imagined it would. With each victory, it consumes the soul of its victim, and thus it grows more powerful.
you have. No looking back. Time to change course. Be reborn. Go easy on you.
Lightning wins the fight! She's queen of the arena! The savior of the slaughterhouse! The goddess of death is celebrating tonight! What a fighter!
Oh, how can I ever thank you enough? The machine has been defeated, and at last his soul can rest in peace. You have saved him.
You talk about that machine as if it was a living thing. Do you think machines have souls?
No, of course not. But that one, it was special. It was not like any other machine in the world. The truth is, my brother's soul was inside it.
Your brother?
It was my doing. Alchemy was the key. It was forbidden magic. I knew that, but I yearned to try it. I took the soul of my living brother and placed it inside the machine.
That's madness. Why would you do something like that?
When people stopped dying of old age, I lost sense of the true value of life. When I carried out that experiment, it wasn't just my brother who died. Now that my brother's soul has been released at last, there's only one thing left for me. I must pay the ultimate price.
You want to believe that dying will absolve you, but you know that's not true. It's the coward's way out, that's all. If you really care about redemption, then you have no choice but to keep on living. You have to regret what you did for the rest of your life, until the end comes.
And if I do that, if I live for eternity suffering the guilt of my crime, will I find forgiveness in the end? Will the guilt ever be lifted?
I wish I could promise it will. But either way, you owe it to yourself and the men who died, whether or not it brings forgiveness.
I must bear the burden of guilt for the rest of my life. That is the only path to forgiveness.
Beat the next one, too.
You again? It seems you can't get the thrill of the arena out of your system. Am I right? Bring my crowd some joy and give them a good show.
Are you ready, Bloodsport fans? 'Cause it's slaughterhouse time. We're going to drive the chaos away. The night of light, lightning. Show us what you're made of.
It's simple. The strongest wins. Okay, let's do this. You can't break me down. Fight with everything you have. Thanks for waiting. I won't go easy on you. Time can't be stopped. We'll all be reborn. I won't go easy on you. Don't even try. You're down. Time you met your maker. You never stood a chance.
Lightning takes the victory! You come to the slaughterhouse to see a show, and lightning delivers! We're witnessing history tonight! Come on, fans, let's hear you roar!
That was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night.
Good day to you!
Don't sneak up on me. What do you want now?
Aren't you worried about Saz? Don't you feel like you've just got to do anything to help him?
I'm concerned if that's what you mean.
There's my savior! Oh, poor old Saz. He hasn't had anything to smile about in forever. I really want to make him happy again. You know, I stop by his house from time to time to check on him.
I don't believe you for a second. As if someone like you would be worried for him.
Ouch, that hurts, you know. I've been working my butt off for him. Do you know how hard it was for me to find that coffer of souls for Saz? What kind of gratitude?
Tell me the truth. Can that thing really help Dodge? Saz has put all his hope in that box. It would be cruel if that were a lie.
Oh, so now you don't think I'm cruel?
Light, you've got all 5 soul fragments you needed to find for Dodge. You should head to Saz's place at once.
I'd like to think this'll help Dodge. But this is Lumina we're talking about.
It may be best not to get your hopes up.
But for Saz, this is his last and only hope. He can't even smile anymore. He's got nothing left in him. If I take this away too, he may not survive. I don't know if I could take that.
The train will leave shortly.
You look familiar for some reason.
You and I, we've met before, right here where we stand. Although I really wasn't in any state to introduce myself at that time, I'm afraid.
You're one of the women who was killed by Etro's heretics. It was your resemblance to me that got you killed. It was because of me that you died.
Yes, but I don't blame you. All is part of God's plan. It was my destiny to die here so that I could meet you, Savior.
You're saying God intended for you to die like this?
I believe so. I believe I was meant to die and gain enlightenment. I know because I was a member of the Order and learned all about the teachings of God. I'm to share with you my knowledge and help guide you on your journey. Savior, you must be aware that in this world, new life hasn't been born for hundreds of years. Do you know why that is?
I've never given it much thought, but I suppose that's part of his plan too. A dying world can't support a growing population. And that's what the almighty Buenavelza chose as his solution. Is that it?
No, I'm afraid that's not the case. It wasn't due to his plan. It was because of the goddess's disappearance.
Because of Etro? How?
In this world, Etro is believed to be the goddess of death. Her followers are heretics, ones who go against society's ways. But the true Etro, she was the goddess that provided new life with a soul and a spirit.
And now that she's gone, there's no one out there to take her place. Anything born into this world would be nothing more than an empty vessel.
Reincarnation isn't a part of the world's cycle anymore. Dead souls don't return to this world in a new form. And that's why no new life is born. This problem, it doesn't just affect our world. According to legend, the almighty Buenavelza will appear before us one day. And when he does, he will recreate heaven and earth. But that leads to the question, when this happens, who will breathe life into the new world?
That's a good question. With the goddess gone, I suppose someone needs to fill her shoes.
Yes. Otherwise, the circle of life will remain broken, and the new world stagnant. You have a duty as the Savior. If you really care about what happens to us in the new world, you have to find a way to do what Etro once did.
That's a hell of a tall order. Finding a replacement for a goddess. But I want to thank you for telling me this, and I won't forget what you told me. You have my word.
That's all I need to hear, to be completely honest. I don't know if you can save us all, but I know that if I have to put my faith in someone, it's you.
What just happened? Was I able to save her soul? But that's not possible. I thought that wasn't within my powers.
What was that like? Did you say something? The monitors were acting up again. They do that sometimes.
Hope, you said that the Savior doesn't have the power to save the souls of the dead. I can save the living. That's it.
That's right. You can save all the living souls you want, but once they're dead, it's too late to help them. What makes you ask? Is there something you want to share?
No, just thinking aloud.
This is where you can...
Odin, show me your strength.
Light, that was it! The last creature of its line.
Hey, Saz. Get out that coffer you have. I've got all 5 of the soul fragments for Daj.
You serious? I searched the whole damn world or what's left of it and never found a single one of them. You found them for me, Lightning? Thank you for this. You saved my son for me.
That Chocobo, it wasn't here before, was it?
Yeah, she'd up and left us in a lurch. Dodge's little Chocolina. Didn't even notice when she snuck back in.
Chocolina?
Never mind that. What about Dodge? The Coffer of Souls is right there, so drop in those soul fragments. Nice and gentle. Lumina said, once they're put in that box, they'll become one again. You do that and I'll take care of whatever comes next. Open the box, and the soul should go back to Dodge all in one piece, where it belongs. Okay. What the? What's wrong with this thing? Damn box won't open.
Hello, hello?
Why doesn't this thing work? I got Dodge's soul back, didn't I?
His soul is reborn, but his heart's shut away tight. Little Dodge is frightened and doesn't want to come out. It's your scary face.
My face? What am I supposed to do about that? It's the only one I've got. Hell with that. Hey, Dodge. Dodge, can you hear me in there? You're messing with your old man, right? Tell her, son. You're not frightened of me. Come on, Dodge. Wake up, Dodge. Dodge! Son, Dodge. Huh? Now what do you want? Quit it or I'll stick you in a cage. Stop flapping around. Leave me alone, I'm busy. Look, sit there and shut your beak, will you? Ow! Hey, that hurts! What was that for? Ouch! Hey, that seriously hurts! Blasted fluff ball! Huh? What? Cool it, will you? What's gotten into that pea brain of yours? All right.
It's the way you look.
You too? Damn, the whole world's got it in for my face.
Saz, I'm serious. You should see yourself. You're scowling all the time, like you want to scream at someone.
Is that right? Scary face, huh? So that's what you mean. I've been wrapped up in my own anger. I didn't think about what I must look like to Dodge. I used to be different. No matter how tough the going got, could always figure out a way to smile. And let Dodge know it was okay. Yeah, it's something a father's gotta learn to do. I've been doing it all wrong, but that ends now. Dodge, remember that game we used to play? Pilots, are you ready? This space race is gonna decide who's the fastest air jockey in all the posts. And blast off! Roll, Chocobo and airship are neck and neck. Who's gonna crack first? I'm Saz Catroy bringing you the race of the century, together with Supersonic Dodge. Hey, Dodge, you awake? Come on, Supersonic. You're gonna miss the race. Open your eyes. Your dad's here. Whoops. Oh, hey, are you okay? Huh? Ah, you're all right. Sorry about that. Guess I got too caught up in the space race. Again. Huh? Whoa. Dodge!
Dad, that's not fair.
Hey. Hey.
You can't play Space Race all on your own. That's our game. I want to play too. Oh, Dad, you're always so clumsy.
I meant to do that.
Saz was desperate to save his son, but that desperation nearly drove him mad. Dosh saw what was happening and got scared, so he hid his heart away. You could have all the best intentions in the world. Doesn't mean people understand you. Ironic, isn't it? Reminds me of you and Sarah.
Best intentions be damned. I don't care if Sarah knows what I'm trying to do. I'll save her, even if she hates me for it.
I owe you, Lightning. You aren't ever gonna let me live this one down, are you?
Chocolina's favorite place to hide is on Daddy's head.
Let life still linger, if only for one more day. On the very last day, the flower blooms.
Welcome back. When I see Saz with his son Daj, I'm reminded of my own father. Though he wasn't anything like Saz at all. He was a hard, strict man. Or so I always thought. Even if we cannot truly see them, I know that souls must exist in some form.
How else can we explain what happened back on the wrecked ship between Saz and his son? God is not omniscient. He cannot see into the hearts of people. To him, emotions are a mystery. Only humans can truly know their secrets. Of course, there are many times when humans misread each other too. Like me and my father. For the longest time, we didn't understand each other.